Dunedin has been bathing in sunshine today. The city bathed in sunshine yesterday, and it did so for most of last week and the week before. Some city residents have had to invent new things to complain about, with the lack of poor summer weather leaving a substantial hole in their conversational subject matter. Hydrologist Dave Stewart joins us tonight to explain why things have gone so badly askew. Dave, good evening.
Good evening.
We've had a rather long period of warm, settled weather. What's brought this on?
Well, first of all, it's been fantastic. It's been overdue. We've had some miserable summers for the last 2 or 3 summers. Good for farmers, but pretty lousy for the rest of us. This year, it's our turn, and the farmers are suffering. We had an El Nino, a little El Nino, not a strong one, and this particular El Nino has come in and it's produced anticyclone after anticyclone, a whole string of them. And if we recall, sort of by the middle of January, we were getting fed up with the rain. Well, it's just kind of completely turned around since then, and we've had 5 or 6 weeks of just one anticyclone replacing another. We get a little front in between now and again, not a lot of rain, and back to another anticyclone, and it's just been great.
How's the rest of the week looking?
Well, the rest of the week's looking all right. Friday, maybe Saturday, the models are showing different things. So if you look at Met Service, they're saying rain on Friday, Saturday. If you look at Weather Watch, they're saying the maps don't show much rain at all. So they're obviously on different models. And it is only a model, a computer model at that. And some of them are not particularly good. But at this stage, it looks really good, at least up until Friday. And the chances are pretty good that once whatever the system is goes through, we're back to the nice weather again. Probably a bit of cloud in the morning like we're getting, but once it burns off, it's pretty good.
It's a little bit unusual to be having weather this fabulous at this time of year and into March.
No, not really. I mean, we've had major water restrictions in the past, but we just haven't had a summer like that for a long time. We've kind of forgotten what they were like. And so we're finally getting one of those summers again. We had rain just in the nick of time for the DCC. I think the Saturday they asked everyone to start thinking about water restrictions. It actually rained, and it just brought the rivers up enough, and they haven't had to do anything. But the farmers are facing restrictions for the first time in years in terms of water for irrigation.
What are your thoughts about when the city might return to what some might perceive as more normal conditions?
Well, with a bit of luck, not for another month or so, we would hope. It'd be nice to have this weather at least for another month, and then maybe a little bit of rain in April, maybe a nice fine May. It would be nice.
Are we close to setting any records that you're aware of?
No, not at this stage. If we haven't even got DCC water restrictions, and it's not been quite that dry. We would need to see restrictions in, and of course we're not getting the higher temperatures they're getting inland because the sea breezes from the ocean, the Pacific Ocean out there is keeping things a little cool, although it's as hot as hell inland. They're away from the coast, so it's all good.
Now, it has passed the attention of some, but a flight was delayed due to frost at Dunedin Airport just recently. Why does clear weather result in cooler mornings sometimes?
Well, what happens is that we'll get sunshine during the day, and if we get clouds at night, it traps the heat that's been stored on the ground. If we have cold air over us and we have a clear sky, all that heat that came into the ground radiates out into space, and we can actually get it quite cool at night. And we find that those sorts of things happen in Central Otago. They could have 31 at night, and they could be sort of 2 in the middle of the night. 31 during the day, 2 in the middle of the night, because they have clear skies and all the heat radiates out into space again.
Well, fingers crossed this run of fabulous weather continues. Dave Stewart, thank you very much for your time, as always.